anything we could ever need, leaves and plastic. That's all we need. I don't need nothing else. And it's like, oh, I'm lonely. Well, just take some plastic and wrap it up in a leaf and make a plushie out of it. There you go. You don't need anything else.
Problem solved. You have a Wilson.
Problem solved. You have a Wilson. Dun dun.
What?
Dun dun.
What?
Dun 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 dun.
Just stop that.
I'm sorry. I was off the edge of the raft. I was admiring your walls that you have set up.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's very good. Oh, we have. Let's see. Well, we've got sunrise. This is good.
Oh, awesome. It'll be perfect amount of light for us to go grab as much more wood as we possibly can.
Yeah, well, I have an idea because we do need more fish.
Okay.
And so I was going to stay here and catch some fish. And you can go off over here, like on the island, and gather all the stuff. And I think, I'm not sure, but I do think that there is a chest up there somewhere.
There's one somewhere. There might be one underwater too.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, let's get to work.
Awesome. Yep.
I'm feeling good about today. I really am.
Hey, me too. Honestly, I have had a good weekend, nice and relaxing.
You know, that's always good.
It's I had an entire day where like I slept nice the night before, and then I woke up, had some breakfast, and then I took a nap, and then I took another nap.
Well, nothing wrong with like a multi-nap day, you know. I don't have a problem with that at all.
No, that's I gotta have 2 days for a weekend, so I could do things like that.
Yeah, here's an odd thought for you. I don't know why I'm thinking this right now, but it's funny how we love it when we first become adults because now we're like, yay, we get to do whatever we want, and which is something you don't get to do often when you're a kid because somebody, a parent or a teacher or somebody will say, no, don't do that, and you're like, oh, and you want to do it. So now here you are and you're an adult and you're like, okay, I'm an adult now.
I get to do whatever I want.
I get to do whatever I want. And you learn after a few years of being an adult that the things that you want to do with being an adult is going back and doing what you did when you were a kid.
Doing literally, or doing literally nothing.
Yeah, just like sleeping too much and watching cartoons and movies. And it's like, well, I'm an adult now, so I can do what I want. And it's like, oh, I want to be a kid again.
Yep. Or you see the memes. It's like I get to go and have a Gushers sandwich with fruit roll-ups because I'm an adult.
Yeah, and it's funny because kids will see you do that, and they don't understand why it's cool because it's like, oh, well, I get to do that all the time. Why is that cool? And it's like, well, just wait.
I don't get to do that because Mom says no.
Just wait a little while. And you'll be able to, you know, you'll understand why it's so nice to take a nap.
Oh, it feels so amazing.
Naps are great.
Naps are required, honestly. I don't understand. If you're the type, and you and I both know a couple of people who are the workaholic types, and
yeah. Well, I'm one of them.
I know you are, but like we know people who are even more so than you.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they function. I don't know how they continue to function.
Well, it's I mean, if I was going to relate it to something that I guess younger people could relate to, you know when you get Pokemon and you got to collect them all?
Sure.
You know how you got to collect, that's workaholic. It's just like when you got to collect them all, except workaholic is you got to do it all. You got to do everything.
You know, that's fair. They have the higher stamina stats than I do. That's for dang sure. I didn't put all my stat points in strength and constitution.
Oh my. Well, so far, my weekend it's been very good. I finished Bendy and the Ink. I finished playing Bendy and the Ink Machine. And
Right.
I'm happy with that because it's a game that which these seem to like kind of be not as well. I don't know if they're as popular as they used to be, but they're not made as often. And
Okay.
that's a game that has like a story, like a good story, one that you have to kind of figure out and look at. And I like games that do that because I've always liked stories. They used to be books,
Yeah.
but now I read stories with a mouse.
Right. Well, it seems like anymore, and this is actually kind of a beef I've had regarding video games, especially lately, is they seem to make their whole shtick to rely on being multiplayer.
Yeah, I know. And multiplayer games. Who needs that? We don't need that.
No.
Jeez.
Well, it's being multiplayer in itself doesn't bother me. Like this game. I know. Playing on this game.
I was saying that ironically. Yeah.
Yeah. Being multiplayer doesn't bug me, but it's when the game is meant to be single player but can be played multi. That's fine. But
Yeah.
if it's a game that is a multiplayer game, but if you try to play it single player, it's just not.
It sucks.
It sucks. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not what it's designed or developed for.
well, and there may be people out there. It's like, well, if a game requires you to have friends and you don't have friends, then maybe you should get some friends. And it's like, well, that's one perspective, but the other perspective is, what if I do have friends, but I want to play a game alone sometimes?
Uh-huh.
There's also that. It's like, I appreciate my friends. I love them very much, but that doesn't mean that I want them doing everything with me. I still go to the bathroom by myself. Don't need anybody to hold my hand there.
Yeah, we don't want to.
No, no. But I hear seagulls.
Yeah, I have to admit, cards on the table, I have not watched your series of Bendy.
Yeah.
Because I personally have not been thrilled with that game in the past. I haven't played it, but I've watched a friend of mine play it before, and it doesn't hook me. It's weird.
That's one thing that I actually I find about people. We're doing a very unusual thing right now, which is you are not liking something that I like, and yet we do not dislike each other for that, which is really strange. People don't do that anymore. But
Yeah.
if any of you guys have ever heard of Featherhoof, he does this a lot too, because there's a lot of his fans, they get kind of critical about him if he plays or likes a game that they don't like, because they'll be like, well, I don't like that game, and therefore maybe I don't like you. And he's like, look, it's okay if you like or dislike a game that I like or dislike. It's like, that's fine.
Sure.
You don't have to like or dislike a person because you don't agree with them on one thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just an idea here, but here's the fact that we have the internet now. So people have this idea that if they look hard enough, they're going to find somebody on the planet, at least more than one person, that actually agrees with every single thing that they like or dislike. And,
Sure.
even then, you're probably not going to find that person. Nobody is ever going to agree with anybody else on everything.
Right.
So
honestly, we should embrace disagreement more as a good thing.
I agree.
It doesn't. Disagreement has come to be almost synonymous with with fight or aggression.
Yeah.
An aggressive thing, but a disagreement doesn't have to be. And in fact, I enjoy disagreements and critical critical thinking and critical discussion about lots of things, and sometimes those discussions will result in neither party being convinced, to change their mind.
Sometimes.
That's okay. That's
Well,
1,000,000% okay.
I know a lot of people out there that they like to be right all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with that is that, first of all, it's impossible. You're never going to be right all the time. But the second thing is, if you want to be right, then it's important to admit when you're wrong. Because
exactly,
if you admit when you're wrong and learned where you were wrong, then guess what? Now you're right. There you are. That's how you solve that problem, is like learning when you're wrong and fixing that.
Exactly.
I just filled up more water for us.
Oh, perfect.
And by the way, look in the food box, dude. The food that we have, I caught an entire ocean.
Oh, snap. I added a couple mushrooms that I picked, and I found some mangoes and some berries.
Oh, man.
Oh, it looks awesome in there.
We are just ready for this. We are so good at this.
Okay. Matter of fact, I think I cleared out as much as I'm going to find up there, so we can press onward.
All right. And boom! We got a big fish cooking in case we need it, and we will need it.
Yeah.
Okay, are we gonna steer? Are we gonna do this? Are we gonna leave?
Yes, let us.
All right, let me get over here to this thing. Book it. I think we're ready to go. All right.
Okay. Refill the water.
Oh, did you? Oh, you did. Okay, here we go. What do we say to this island? We need some kind of like word or thing to like yell when we lift off of an island, so we can yell it and it'll be stupid.
Gosh. Oh gosh, Peanut, I'm being put on the spot.
I know one. I know one if you don't know. This is dumb because I created a superhero a long time ago that I like was writing a comic for, but it never got made into anything. But
okay.
He had Oh no, never mind. I was thinking of something. Oh no, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking about the Tick.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so
I remember the Tick.
Here we go. Spoon.
That's sweet. I forgot that was his thing.
That was his thing, was spoon. I don't know why, but that's just cool.
Oh man, I missed some of those old cartoons.
Me too.
But if I'm not careful, my age will show.
Well, hey, that's okay. Yeah, I actually, let me put some... I have found a thing in my life that I've been doing a little much. You ever do something and you don't really realize you're doing it, and then later you're like, oh wait, what the heck am I doing? And why am I doing this? Right?
Possibly.
Well, I don't know if everybody does this, but I've been doing it. I've been like, okay, I have to keep up. I have to like stay with the newest things, and I'm not talking necessarily about technology, but socially, like social things. Oh, there you went. It has become socially acceptable to fall in the water. I will do it too. Oh no! What do I do? Okay. Am I in the in crowd now? I'm part of the group. Yay!
I think so. Did I start a thing? Is that what happened?
I think you started a thing. We all have to do it now. But no, I was actually, that's part of what I was thinking of, was always trying to stay up with the latest in like cultural things and social things.
Okay.
And I realized that while I'm doing that, I'm kind of also at the same time leaving older things that I, loved.
Gotcha.
And I realized, well, I don't have to do that. I mean, keeping up with new stuff, sure, you can, that's great, but it doesn't mean that you have to stop doing or liking the old things that you used to like.
Right.
You can still do both. I'm going to Okay, there we go. And this, there we go. Now we will just float. We'll just float in the direction that the ocean pushes us.
Perfect.
If it dares. Will you dare push us, ocean? I bet
It
you
better.
will.
I need that plastic.
I just got some, actually.
And it's not for surgery, I swear.
Oh, man. Well, where are we going? Island?
We're going that way.
Okay, we are. I thought the island wasn't moving for a second. It's like, I thought the ocean was just being dumb. Because I said, ocean, push us somewhere. And it was like, no.
Well,
I'm not
now
gonna.
that you said it, no, I'm not gonna.
No, I'm not gonna now. I'm just gonna sit still for the first time ever in evolution. I was going through. I'm trying to clean out a closet because I have a closet with a lot of stuff, and I'm one of those people. I learned a long time ago when I was younger because I used to throw things out when I didn't need them anymore, and suddenly one time I threw something away, and then I like needed it a week later.
Yup, you have it for years, never use it. As soon as you get rid of it, oh, I could have used it.
Well, that's when I learned don't throw anything away, so I don't. And
ladies and gentlemen, the birthing of a hoarder.
That's true. And I have a closet. It's like a utility closet. It's full of boxes of stuff. And I've been trying to sort all those things out because I want to like get them in boxes where I'll know where they're at.
Okay.
So I've been looking through all these old things that I have. And I've just been coming to this strange idea because some of it's old technology, some of it's old like wire speakers, old things I used to have, but all of it still works.
Okay, all right.
And I've been looking at
just gadgets and trinkets.
Yeah, just things. And so I'll look at these old things and I'll realize that I hadn't used them in a long time. And I'll be like, well, why haven't I used them? And I'll be like, well, something else better came out. And I'll be like, well, why is it better? Well, it's like I have an old iPod, right? Like one of the old ones, really old ones.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it'll hold like, I don't know, 600 songs on it, right? It's like,
okay.
But of course now the iPods will hold 5 million songs. And I'm sitting there going, wait, did we really need 5 million songs? Why don't we use... Yeah, why don't we use these old ones anymore? Why did we advance this? Who actually sat there with 600 songs in their pockets and went, you know what? I need 100,000. Who did that? Why did we do? Well, nobody did it. But I think we're awesome. We're a lot of times we're kind of suckered into getting things that are quote unquote better, even though we don't really need them.
Oh my gosh, this is a perfect textbook example of the difference between my brother and myself.
Well, yeah, it's like, so I'm looking through all this old crap, and I'm sitting there realizing that most of it's still perfectly good. I can still use it. I can still, play with it to this day. And yet, I still have gotten newer things, and I don't know why. If that makes any sense at all.
Well, I think a lot of, with for example, the iPods in specific, the technology involved with like the cables used to hook them up, all the interfaces and stuff, those evolve because that's what Apple chooses to, they change it. So you won't be able to find the cables for that no more, and then it becomes functionally dead.
Yeah, that is true. Companies like to do that to us. They like to make sure that we have to buy something new because it won't work if we keep it around for too long.
Right.
I'm gonna dump you some plastic if I can find it.
Oh man.
Where's the plastic box?
Probably. I don't think we have one.
Well, I'll dump it somewhere. I think
it's all in my pockets.
I'll dump it somewhere. I'll dump it in here with the leaves. Leaves and plastic. There we go. We have everything.
Oh, literally anything we could ever need.
Anything we could ever need. Leaves and plastic. That's all. That's all we need. I don't need nothing else. That's like, oh, I'm lonely. Well, just take some plastic and wrap it up in a leaf and make a plushie out of it. There you go. You don't need anything else.
Problem solved. You have a Wilson.
Problem solved. You have a Wilson. Okay. You caught me off guard with that one, but yeah, you got a Wilson. Oh, my goodness. But I guess today I don't know. I'm thinking of new things as opposed to old things, and I'm realizing that those old things are not so bad, and there's no reason to pull away from all the old things just because there's something newer. I guess that's what I've been thinking lately. Okay. Well, not all the time. I mean, sometimes you, like you mentioned a minute ago, sometimes you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, if I may do a little bit of a fourth wall thing here, if any of you out there have not heard, if you have a lot of games on Steam and you like Steam and you are a fan of Windows 7, you're going to have to replace that soon.
Windows 7 is going extinct.
Yeah, it is. And it's not like I thought at first when they said, it's not going to be supported on Windows 7 anymore. I thought, well, that means that they're just not going to update the security and they're this and that. But then I read an article and it's like, no, you don't understand. At the first of the year, it will not work anymore on Windows 7.
We're making it not work.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, it will not function anymore. And I'm like, oh, so y'all are serious this time.
Yeah. Oh, you're not just... you called their bluff and lost.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're not playing around this time.
Oh, there's a big island ahead. We might have to steer around it.
Are we going to steer around it? Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go one way. I hope it's the right one. Oh, that's kind of close, isn't it?
It kind of snuck up on us.
It sort of did. Yeah, we're good. Whoa.
We'll clear it.
That scared me. You made that barrel. You made the barrel scare me.
Oh, what? I apologize.
No, because I'm looking here and I'm seeing the direction that all the garbage is coming from. And I didn't notice that you'd hooked the barrel. I just saw this. I saw this barrel just ransacking before us from the opposite direction. And I'm like, wait, we got a haunted barrel coming after us.
Oh, it was possessed.
It was. Oh, there's another island over there. I know why we're seeing islands all over the place now.
Why is that?
Well, it's because before we started this, you were like, you know what, let's not go to so many islands. So now...
they're all going to get in the way.
Now we're going to have to avoid them. Because they're like, no, you want to avoid islands? Well, I'm not going to let you do that, am I?
Lol, you thought.
You thought, did you?
Let's see, I learned how to make a table.
Yes, you did. We're going to need all this stuff, too, because we're going to make a nice raft.
Yep. I am starting to finally frame out our first, room, and then our second floor. We can put some antenna and radio receivers up there and all that good stuff.
Well, I'm trying to stay away from the wood because I know that you're using a lot of the wood to, build the actual raft, so... yeah, I don't want to actually take a lot of the wood. I could make a table or things, but we don't even know where anything. Well, we don't even know where we want to put stuff yet. It's all kind of just piled.
That is true, but things like tables, you can pick those up pretty easy if we need to move them.
Well, let's see here. Well, yeah, I mean you can pick all this stuff up. Let me see what we got here. Maybe I could be helpful somehow. Okay. We can make nails. And
absolutely.
We can make nails, and we make that out of scrap.
Correct.
Pardon me. All right, but I don't know if I need to make nails. Is there a nail over here? No. Okay, I will make nails. I won't make nails. Wait. Let's see here. Let me make a nail
under the portion that looks like screw.
Yeah, we're gonna need nails anyway, so.
Yes.
Because nails are important. one of the staples of mankind. You know, nails. Gotta have those.
Fasteners. Fasteners are important because sometimes you have to have one thing not move away from another thing.
Okay, in your life, random question, do you prefer angles or do you prefer curves? Do you like round better than square?
In my honestly, I probably the answer will be square.
Really? Okay. Well then, in that case, all right. Well, why not just put this somewhere where we can use it? Like here, boom, square table.
Hey.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
We can put things on. Actually, you know what we can do? I know what we can do with this.
We could do a thing.
We can take all of our shoes and put it on the table.
What?
We could have a shoe table. What?
Oh no! Oh, suddenly hungry.
Oh, go. I cooked some fish. Go get them.
Got me some fish. I forget that food was a thing.
Yeah, food's a thing.
You ever do that?
Actually, yeah. I don't know if I don't know how many people know this, but I actually do have an eating disorder.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whenever somebody says eating disorder, usually what you assume is that, okay, this person eats too much. Because most of the time that's what people mean when they say they have an eating disorder. I have an eating disorder, but it's the opposite thing.
You don't eat?
I don't eat. Yeah, I don't eat.
How do you live?
Well, it's hard sometimes. Actually, I've asked about this because I'm like, why do I have this eating disorder? And they asked me a lot about my childhood. And apparently, because when I was a kid for a long time, I didn't get a whole lot of food.
Okay.
I got enough to like survive. So I mean, obviously, because here I am, I'm not dead. But
yeah,
one thing apparently that will happen when you are young, if you're hungry all the time, your brain will eventually say, and you still can't eat, your brain will eventually say, okay, this feeling of hunger, it means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. So your brain starts ignoring this feeling of hunger, and
weird.
And you don't get this, oh, I need to have food now. It just sort of goes, you don't get that no more. So I wind up doing silly things, and I mean, I don't want to
like not eating.
I don't want to claim like a victim card on myself for this. I really don't. But yeah, I'll wind up like not eating for like days on end.
Did you stop that?
I mean, I don't mean to. I really don't. I'll forget to do it. I'll literally forget to eat.
I get angry at my partner, but not angry. I very sternly remind her that she needs to eat because she is frequently so busy that she'll just forget.
She does the same thing, yeah. Well, that's me. It's like there's one way I've learned, and okay, everybody out there, don't panic. Okay, but one way that I know that really stands out when I'm hungry is when my hands and feet start tingling.
Yeah, it's generally a sign that something's wrong.
Yeah, I learned that a long time ago. It's like, why are my hands and feet tingling? And then I'll be like, oh, right, the last time I ate was Monday. And it's like
never.
Yeah, it was like, and it's like Thursday or something. And I'm like, oh, I probably should get some food. Maybe that would help me.
Stop that.
I don't mean to do it. I really don't. But yeah, that does happen to me quite a bit.
Up newspaper to bap you with.
Well, I do have to. I've started when I start like a long work project. I'll like set alarms. I'm glad that I've got I've got one of those Amazon smart things over there. And
oh yeah.
I'll have it like ringing an alarm to like remind me to eat sometimes.
Oh, jeez. I love food too much. So like I've been in situations where I've been so busy I forget to eat. So
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm it never happens to me, but I love my food too much to let that happen very often.
The thing is, I love food. It's like, it's not that I mean, I know there are some people out there who, like, they want to avoid eating food. I don't want to avoid it. I just forget it.
I know this. I understand. But I love me some food.
I'm going to be helpful. I'm going to try my best to be helpful.
Okay.
And I'm going to make a box.
A box?
I'm going to make a box. Have you ever seen it? I'm going to make the finest box you've ever seen in your life. Here's the thing. I need a hinge.
Oh, well, we should have a free one over there.
Well, I don't see one.
What? There was... I
don't
was
see one
pretty
in there.
sure I saw... Okay, well, we have it metal at least, but I was pretty sure we had a hinge.
Well, you know what? At least it's a metal hinge because I'm tired of working in stone.
Do you have a stone hinge?
You fell for it! Mwahaha!